It is, well, not really morning, it's more of an afternoon. It is 12:14 p.m. I did get up this morning early, but then I went back to sleep for a bit. I actually woke up about probably 12 o'clock at night or something, and I stayed up for a while. And then I ended up going back to sleep for a while, so it's sort of a bit of a sporadic hour thing going on here, but we'll see how we go. Oh, that's better. So yeah, not feeling too bad this morning. It's nice temperature. I believe it's a nice temperature inside. It's actually a bit colder now. I might even turn the aircon off right now. To be truthful, let's have a look and see what the temperatures are. Down for a bit. Turn it off. Turn my aircon off for a bit. Alright, so let's see. Temperature's not too bad. Let's just have a quick squeeze and see what my weather's like today. And it crashed. You fucking ass. It seems that these are little problems that I've been having. Momentarily, I'll have an issue where I'll reinstall my drivers, which is pretty much the drivers that I have on board for my system for NVIDIA, and all of a sudden, bang, the drivers, some games will work, some games won't work, which is kind of annoying, and it's kind of pissing me off, to be honest, to find out exactly what the fuck is going on, because it's really weird that it's happening this way. But I have these, basically I'm having little issues on and off with getting the system to work. It's stupid, really. I just shouldn't have these fucking issues, but supposedly whatever the hell is happening, basically what happens is, I'll be doing a bunch of stuff on my desktop and everything else. I've used DDU, which is display driver on installer. Now, I've uninstalled the drivers about a dozen different times. Now, sometimes things work great and they're perfect. The other time that I did a reinstall, which would have been the last time that I did it, not this time because I did one last night. It would have been the one after the last time I did it. GTA 5 wasn't working, so I reinstalled the driver. I did the same thing. I used DDU on install. Did a clean install of the drivers, and bang, the fucking game worked again. Now that's great, that's perfect. What I'm more annoyed with, I would say, and pissed off with at this point in time, and what's getting me the most, is I'm sitting there and thinking about, okay, hold on a second, how many fucking times have I had to reinstall my drivers? And I counted it. Basically having to do a clean install, clean all the drivers up, clean all the driver crap files up and everything else and things of that nature. I've had to reinstall the drivers probably about 6-7 times or more over a period of time, and I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, holy shit, like, look at the amount of times I've had to reinstall the driver. Now, the other side of it too is I've heard some of the same stories from people even on the AMD side. That's the reason DDU works for both AMD drivers and NVIDIA drivers. So I'm wondering what the hell these motherfuckers are doing to the display drivers. And I mean, I'm talking about both sides here, because I think sometimes it can be pretty equal depending on the situation, because sometimes AMD have their drivers right, and sometimes NVIDIA have their drivers right as well. But it all depends on what you're doing, and it all depends on how it's working. Now I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, Jesus, what the fuck is going on? Like, as I said, it kind of made me scratch my head. Hold on a minute. Why is that not transparent? Hold on a moment. I need to. There we go. That's kind of weird. Okay, so that's kind of weird. I'm using. Oh my fucking god! Are you serious? I'm trying to use the HTML chat to. Wow. Okay. That's new. Is it authorized? It's authorized. Yeah, apparently it's authorized, so I don't understand how that's. Yeah, okay. That's a little better. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so, let's see. Okay, hold on a second. It's probably not. Okay, there we go. Okay, so sign into chat. Okay, I didn't realise that. Is there a sign in button? Ah, son of a bitch. Really? Okay, so hold on a second. Sorry, I'm trying to work out something here because I'm trying to work out why I'm having issues with my chat. Oh, it's fun. Okay, so maybe I need to authorize it again. Okay, so there's obviously something going on here. I need to authorize some shit. Authorize. Right, okay, that would explain a lot. This is probably because it's not authorized. Or probably because the account didn't, because I did recently reinstall everything, so it's probably most likely the reason. Fucking hell, seriously. That is frustrating. I've got to say, that's the most frustrating thing in the world. I had everything set up. It's sort of stupid, but everything automatically gets reset when you're doing, whenever you're doing, or adding new stuff to your chat, whether it's your chat or whether it's fucking the stuff that you're doing. It shits me. It absolutely shits me that everything gets reset. I mean, I don't mind putting some details in, don't get me wrong, but the amount of details that get reset in a given situation is ridiculous. I'm like, well, what the fuck? These details were fine before. What the hell's the problem now? I mean, I understand things get reset, but having to constantly fucking not remember, but just constantly having to put the settings in. Do you know how extremely frustrating that can be for some people? I know it is for me, and it's not frustrating all the time because I mean I've got OCD myself, but there's certain times I just think, fuck, what the hell? Allow. Right. Now, just select. There we go. So yeah, that's looking a lot better. I'm signed in now, which is great. And I can now say something if I choose to. I can say hello, for example. Hello. There we go. Okay, it works. Yay. Okay, so that fucking works. Thank you. That was rather frustrating. What was the other thing I wanted to do? I wanted to have a look in. Let me have a quick look at the IRC chat for Twitch. It's authorized. And yeah, that's fine. No, that will be absolutely fine. That'll be fine. So that's alright. That actually works. Great. Now, the only thing is I can't type a response on the Twitch one, but that's not a big issue. I don't necessarily have to type it up to actually get it across, but it's interesting anyway. Okay, so I'm kind of curious. Well, see, now I got the live chat thing going, which, as I said, I was having some initial issues trying to get everything working. It was related primarily, the primary thing it was related to was not a lot of my driver software and everything else being up to date. Now, the other side of it too is I have had to reinstall my video drivers at least 7 times before I got everything correct and everything working properly. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not as if things aren't working, but a good example of this is, say for example, let's see, at GTA 5, I had a problem with GTA 5 wouldn't launch. I reinstalled the video driver and everything fixed and it was fine and it works. Now I'll go back to, say for example, something like this. Now I know if I fire this off it's going to work fine because it was working fine before. This is my fucking point. Well, see, this is my point. This fires off just fine, it works. As you can see, I'm getting a few lag issues at the moment, which I'm trying to work out. Actually, also, mind you, I'm on 1080p at the moment, so that could be another reason. I need to decrease it to 720p. Which I was testing recording earlier, that's the reason. So hold on a moment, let me just set my resolution a little lower. I'll be right back. Personally, having to adjust a few of the settings it's not frustrating, but it's sort of annoying with some of the settings I've had to adjust. It's not totally bad, but it can be quite frustrating when you're trying to do certain things. I'll refresh you, son of a bitch. There we go. Alright. Should be live streaming. That's explains a lot. Right, there we go. Right, okay, so now I should be able to see. Refresh that freaking page. It is sort of, though, it is a bit delayed with the sense of like updating or getting updates for chat and stuff like that. So, what the fuck do I want to do? Anyway, I wanted to test it anyway. I'm on 720p, which is not too bad. I mean, considering I'm on 720p. Now the I don't know. I wasn't getting any lag before, and all of a sudden I'm getting lag. Not too bad now. Decrease to 720p. Okay, yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, I can understand there being a bit of a delay. Okay, that's actually not. That's pretty reasonable. Okay. I'm apparently, from what I gathered from a few of the not places, but from what I gathered, there's certain settings, and there's just certain settings that work best for streaming, and there's certain settings that work best for I think it's a case of just getting the streaming and those type of settings correct. That's part of the issue. I think that's mainly part of it, because it's just finding that sweet spot, I guess. I mean, mind you, I am doing it across 3 different sites, so I wasn't getting much laggy, so I was only doing it across. To be honest, it does tax the machine a lot, because I am streaming across 3 sites at once now at 720p. That will generally cause high CPU usage, generally cause some lag with certain things, and that's something that can happen. Now, is that always the case? No, I think it vastly depends on what's being done with the system. Let me just stop Twitch for a couple of seconds. Let's just adjust. Hold on a second. What is Twitch using? Sorry, I'm just trying to work out what Twitch is using that. Or the binary, maybe. I'll lower the binary a bit, and maybe that will help me a little bit. Yeah, well, it seems to work at the moment, to a relative point. Hold on a second, I'm just trying to, okay. Just adjusting Twitch a bit, because, that's fine. What have I done on that's fine. I think that's okay. What's that running off of? Okay, hold on a second. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, they're both running off the CPU, so that's interesting. I thought at least one of them would be running off the GPU. So maybe okay, maybe that's my problem. Okay, stop that for a second. Okay, hold on a moment. I think I'm getting the load balance thing going here, to be honest. Let's see. Is that better now? Yeah, what I've done, because I had 2 of them running off the CPU at the same time, so that's probably the reason I had massively higher CPU usage. I wanted everything to run directly off my graphics cards, so, well, most of the things to run off my graphics cards. I don't necessarily have to have all of it run off it, but let's try and reboot that again. Maybe that'll work a bit better. Maybe that won't be as stressful. Because I was having some initial problems with. Yeah, that's better. It's running on a lower CPU usage. That's great. Okay, so now now I'm going to test and see, fire up a game and see what the lag is like on that. Fuck. Right, so let me have a quick squeeze. Fire up a game. Yeah, it's okay. Why is that? I thought I exited out of this. Okay, weird. Okay, trying to load that up again, I guess. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting lag on my other screen. I'll probably get lag on the stream too. So I'm trying to work out what my best option is. To be honest, so let's have a look. Can I run? I wonder whether I can run all of it off my video cards. That'd be good if I could.